So, believe it or not, today we're actually going to carry on with the C15 build. Yay! Yeah, I have received the crank and the cases back from Martin following a thorough cleaning because I don't want to do a lot of the dirty work and it's his engine, so I feel like he should do at least a little bit. But yeah, this box got the crank that is fully cleaned, prepped and ready to go back in the cases. I need to pick up the bearings, so that will actually occur tomorrow. But I'm going to get the cases out on the bench, unbox the crank and see what we've got. So, for total disclosure, this crank has been rebuilt in the past. We haven't done it this time round, but there is no free play in the big end whatsoever. So if it has been used since the rebuild, it hasn't been very far. So Martin has cleaned it up. There was a little bit of surface rust on the, just a little bit on the flywheels, but he's cleaned that. And there was some damage to one or both of the threads from what I can remember. So he sorted those out as well. So there will be new nuts going on the timing side and the drive side. Small end bush is nice and snug with the new gudgeon pin, so we're not even going to mess with that. There's no point, there's no marring, there's no marks, it's not got any kind of evidence of heat, and it's not worn out, so we'll go with that. He has removed sludge strap and done a full clean on that, so that's now spotless. So yeah, that's pretty much good and ready to go. We've also done a clearance check on this in the bush that's in the case, and that's absolutely fine. There's no marks or marring in that either, so it's pretty much good to go. We always laugh and joke about it because for me, when I did the B44 engine for mine, I just went through everything. So complete new crank, even com rod, the works, absolutely the works. Everything done. Martin is renowned for being tight. Also, he just doesn't spend money where it's absolutely not necessary. So he knows the risk he's taking, because as with all these things, it's never absolutely known. But also, with modern pattern parts, it's not absolutely known either. So he's opted to go with this. That's what we're going to put in. If it lets go after 200 mile, then that's on him. One thing that will be a bone of contention for some people, and we wasn't going to say anything, but we thought we'd be completely transparent and honest. This isn't a match set of cases. So the left hand case, I believe, no, the right hand case from Martin's original engine, which is over on the racking over there, was severely damaged. Where the gear selector goes in, it needs a real serious repair. But the left hand case from his replacement set of cases was worse. So we're going with this set. We've done a line check, and the timing bush, when the dowel pins are in, the timing side bush is concentric to the hole where the bearing is mounted, and it's a C3 clearance bearing. So as long as when it goes together the crank is nice and free turning, the torque turn is nice and low, and the end float for the crank is I think it's supposed to be 3 to 5 thou. Just read it in the book. So as long as that all works out well and it's free turning, we're absolutely fine. I've DTI'd the mating face for the barrel, and that's nice and flat and square, so there's no issues there. So yeah, principally we're pretty much good to start putting this together once I get that bearing. So obviously the first job will be replace the sludge strap. We're going to get a new one of those. We're going to put new C3 bearings for the main on the drive side, new bearing in for the sleeve gear for the gearbox, and then I need to replace the oil pressure relief valve, so I'll show you that. So as I was saying, so in here is oil pressure relief valve, or anti-drain back valve, I think this one is actually. But yeah, so in there goes a spring, much like this spring, a ball bearing, which is here, and there would have been like a retaining plug to go in there, to be slot headed retaining plug, which was absolutely rock solid in here, and we had to make some significant effort to get it to come out. Took a little bit of persuasion. Oh, there it is. So yeah, that required some drill treatment and different things. So we need a new one of those. We're going to put a new spring, new ball bearing in there, just because it's just not worth messing with old things like that. Spring rates change and such. We're going to put a new hex-headed sludge trap plug in there. Those need purchasing. The one on the outside obviously doesn't particularly matter for now, so need to get that ordered, and the two bearings, we'll get those in the cases and get the plug in, and we'll start setting the end float. So essentially you shim up the bearing on this side to make up for the end float. That will either be on this video or it'll be in the next video, depending on how long this one takes. But yeah, predominantly we can get the crank in the cases with the new bearings and the pressure relief valve set up nice and clean, sealed, get that on the bench, and then we can start the rest of the assembly and going through the rest of the parts that are on the bench. But with any luck, this shouldn't take too long. Then we'll have this engine done, and then we can start looking at the rest of the bike, and we've also got the T140 engine to build in parallel. So plenty of work to go. I know this one is a short one, so sorry for that, guys, but it is the continuation of the C15 build, so I'm going to get on with that. If you haven't done so already and you want to see some more of this or other content and get notifications of future uploads, please click like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Head over to Instagram, check out the stuff we got there as well, because that happens a lot faster pace than the YouTube channel, and just there's so much going on. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Take it easy.